songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs. Spurs, girls, and novelty songs.
I was on Twitter the other day, and I saw that all these freaking woke losers trying to cancel my good hometown shop of Home Depot.
Wait, what happened at Home Depot?
Home Depot gave money to cops.
They just weren't standing up. What I heard was that they just weren't standing up against the Georgia voting laws that every other company.
No, they've done other.
Oh yeah, Home
shit.
Depot sucks. Like, try to go to Lowe's if you can, but even then, try to go to a local hardware store.
I wonder. You know what I remembered is there's Ace. I wonder how where Ace stands. Maybe Ace is libertarian.
Good enough for Snoopy. Good enough for me.
So I rush to Home Depot and I buy
one plank of wood.
The cheapest plank of wood I could find.
Wait, are you talking?
Yes,
isn't this what like Ben Shapiro did? And then he put it. He had like a plank of wood in like a plastic bag that was covering like 1/4 of the piece of wood.
About this. It was
like,
crazy.
I think it's cute that he does this stuff. You know, it's like, good for you. Good for you having a voice, you little action figure, you. Like, I just want to pick him up, put him on a shelf, just give him a nice smile.
He does have a nice smile.
Great smile.
Yeah, it's just like, it's so funny that like the right always accuses the left of like quote unquote virtue signaling when like I can't imagine like a clearer example than buying a single piece of wood as a statement of protest or whatever.
Trump serving McDonald's and all that shit was obviously virtuous. Like, it was just so blatant. Like, that guy, I believe he does eat like tons of fast food, but I also know he's like a rich guy. There's just no fucking way he only eats fast food. That whole like fucking mythology around him was so dumb. It was.
That's how you can tell we're in like this bizarro late capitalist world where like buying things is slowly becoming more of a expression or like act of political power than voting.
Right.
Like buying things is mattering more than voting is. That's how you know we're like barreling towards
doom.
Yeah.
I like how Trump's thing...
Welcome to Spoof Scoofs and Novelty Songs.
I like how Trump's thing is like, he didn't... His excuse was like, normally they don't feed them or some bullshit. Like, normally they don't have food. It's just a White House visit, but he was kind enough.
Oh, yeah. Right,
but it just made him look so much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a free toy.
Where Dreamworks come true.
Yeah. Where Dreamworks come true. It's the last one.
And who knows? Maybe in the Happy Meal that Trump gave the basketball players, there was a toy based on, well, today's film.
That's right. This week we are closing April Fool's Month, Dreamworks Month with Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, a 2017 CGI animated superhero comedy film directed by Dreamworks vet David Soren, featuring the voices of Kevin Hart, Ed Helms, Thomas Middleditch, and Nick Kroll. The film follows two imaginative elementary school pranksters named George Beard and Harold Hutchins, who hypnotize their cold-hearted principal, Mr. Krupp, into thinking he is a Captain Underpants. He is a Captain Underpants?
He's one of many Captain Underpantses.
A superhero who fights crime while wearing only underwear and a cape. Pretty obviously, this is a superhero spoof, but like a kid's version. This film is based on the series Captain Underpants by children's author Dave Pilkey. The 12-book series has an identical plot and characters, with rotating bad guys coming in and out for each book. The book series was a staple of scholastic book fairs around the time us three hosts were children, with book one, The Adventures of Captain Underpants, came out in 1997. But Marty, you say, 1997? That's right, it took 20...
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
But Marty, 1997?
It took 20 years for this movie.
Wait.
Oh, no.
But Marty, 1997?
That's right, it took 20 years for this movie to get made. The books were a hit, but Dave Pilkey hesitated to sell the rights for many years until 2011, which is around the time when he started wrapping up or ending the series. The studios were finally allowed to bid on the rights. Dreamworks won and began producing the flick. The film was a moderate success, earning $125 million off a $38 million budget, which, by the way, I was blown away that it earned so little. It did make money, but this is very low for what I thought it would do. It has been followed up since with an animated series called The Epic Tales of Captain Underpants, which has 4 full seasons and 3 specials on the Netflix streaming service. Gentlemen.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Hey, before you say anything else, I want to tell you what I thought of this movie.
What? Oh,
oh no, you're throwing him off his rhythm. He's gonna malfunction.
Oh no.
Delete.
Kelly, you have to snap.
Did you hear it?
Hello, it is dear host.
Captain Underhost. All right.
Scott, you can
Let's talk
you can
about
lead
this
the way.
movie.
You could lead the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think of any little sound bites for my overarching thoughts. I just overall, well, let's see. I guess let's start with this. Did you guys read the books when you were a kid?
I did.
Yes.
Boy, let me tell
Me
you.
too.
Let me go on a little tangent. I read a lot of these books as a kid because we had like a pages read leaderboard type thing in 4th and 5th grade.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and these just skyrocketed me. This was the easiest way.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, you got points for the fliporamas?
for each flip back and forth, I would get bonus. Yeah, so I was just like exponentially ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, it made little like pinball dinger noises.
Yeah. No,
Which is
it
why
was
Kelly did it.
It was very clearly I shouldn't have I gamed the system a little bit, but also this is like one of the only ways I was going to read anything. Come on, you kidding me? Goosebumps is too scary, and Boxcar Children were too boring, and The Babysitter's Club is that a book? I don't know.
Yes.
Also boring. So yeah, Captain Underpants all the way. And
what was it just called the Magic Tree House, where they went to different areas?
I think so. Yes, or something like that.
And they're always like raging in Rome, making it up in medieval times.
That was like all of those book series, though. Like all of those had titles like that. It'd be like the Boxcar Children. Boxing their cars. I don't know, something like that. Like it was always like some kind of alliteration or something.
Yeah.
Those sucked. So I like the flip back and forth, the rip the page. I love those books. They're great.
I'm quite shocked that they counted toward any kind of like reading thing, because in my school we had Accelerated Reader, which I was the first champion of Accelerated Reader. Thank you very much. But Captain Underpants definitely did not count toward Accelerated Reader. You definitely did not get points for reading those books.
Marty's small town being like, there goes Marty, smartest kid on the block. He's one of them accelerated readers.
He's gonna be somebody.
Maxie.
He read Lord of the Rings, worth 40 points on the Accelerated Reader program.
Well, golly, all I've ever read is my Bible.
Wow.
Storms are coming.
So, what I'll say, obviously read these books. That was the aspect of this that I liked the most. I liked how this movie felt like a really clean adaptation of the books. Like, it was so playful. That was the thing I really appreciated, especially in the first half of this movie. Like, it was having so much fun and playing off of, like, kids' imaginations so well. For the most part, there was some notable exceptions where it was like, okay, kids are not going to know this famous musical number and like recreate it for a fucking montage. But like the rest of the movie, for the most part, I thought it was really having a lot of fun with like the form of storytelling as much as it.
Yeah, could. I think that there were moments where they really captured the spirit of the books well, and then there were other moments where it was like a little. I think the fact that they like called it the epic first movie, like, there's going to be more of these, like kind of that attitude is pervasive throughout. Yeah,
I would say the mistake being the villain in this movie, right? Like that's the thing where I think the movie actually goes. I had a hot take, which is that as a spoof of superhero movies, it's a great spoof because it has the exact same problem as every other superhero movie, which is the villain has nothing to do with the story in the movie or the narrative or the plot. They just throw in a villain and they have to like defeat it, and it ruins the movie kind of. But
well, it's the first half of this movie is just origin story, And then, yeah, they're like, okay, now that he's Captain Underpants, we really have to, like, prove that he's Captain Underpants. You know, a superhero is not really interesting without a supervillain. So, yeah, they have to shoehorn all that in.
Well, we'll get to the other fun stuff, but I want to talk about the movie.
Yeah, you could just talk about it. You don't have to say
I'm gonna talk about this movie.
Nobody's stopping you.
This is one of those movies. This is the movie that we always talk about how it feels bad to like tear apart a kid's movie, and I think that was really stuck in my brain while I was watching it because I think this is just a kid's movie. It's just a fucking. It's for the children, and it's. I think they were trying, like they knew that they would strike a chord with people at my age because I read those books, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I liked the animation style. I liked what they were going for. I didn't love the movie, but I'm not gonna like shit on it and critique it super hard because it's like I think they kind of nailed exactly what they were going for. That's like my take on it. I don't think it's a bad film, but I also think it's pretty uninteresting overall. And if you really, really like Captain Underpants, sure, go ahead and watch it. Maybe you'll get something out of it, but it's like, it's just fine. This is one of the, usually I say it's fine. Ironically, I'm saying it for real this time. This movie is, it's fine.
There's a lot, I don't know. Sometimes with these movies when you can like kind of tell that they're like they're like, my specialty as a writer is I'm speaking kid language to kids, and that's why I'm like, and then the shark comes out with the glooby globby laser on his head, or like, you know what I mean, where they're like trying to like,
they did that with like the dolphin bit over and over again.
Kids think and talk,
Yeah.
like, where I'm like, partially I'm like, it's good that they know their audience and they're not doing what Ants and Shark Tale did, where it's like, this is a kid's movie with more jokes for the parents than the kids. Like, this definitely felt like, this is a movie that we are intending for kids to enjoy.
Weirdly, I think it made it stronger.
I think it mostly did too, but then just me personally as the viewer, when they just like were a little heavy-handed with that stuff, I found it like cringe, but I have no idea if a kid would be like, okay, this is a little cloying, or if they would just be into it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I also think that the source material is just as guilty. I think that and I think that they're pulling that straight from like the books are also like, because so much of the books have this, like sort of like meta narrative of being the comic books that the two main characters who are kids wrote. So they are, they're writing this as though children are writing it. And then I think sometimes it's like very, like they nail it and it's like very like sweet that they like are, are adults that can get themselves in that childlike mindset. And then other times I'm like, this is corny and they're just like, it's just a little off. I don't know.
Yeah. And even like I would say like the best comedy in this movie and the best spoofing in this movie, for example, it all comes from the books, right? Like the core concept of like, underwear looks like tights and that's why he's Captain Underpants, and like just the whole idea of that character is like all from the books. And there's like a couple gags, like he throws a lady into a tree to get her cat rather than removing the cat from the tree. I'm pretty sure that's in the first book. And like there's just like a lot of moments like that where there's a lot of really great gags on superheroes that are like universal to kids, universal to parents. Like I think everybody would find this funny, but again, I think a lot of that is the heavy lifting of the books. Like I think the books were just like so easily adaptable. Like I think to me, they always seem like they would make for a good movie. Like I never understood why they didn't make this movie until now, or why he was holding off. Besides just like being afraid that people.
He's
would
like
ruin
George R.R. Martin,
right? Yeah, same tier, I think too. Same tier of writer.
And we're all waiting on that final Underpants book.
Mm-hmm. A Dream of Underwear. A Dream of Boxers. Damn it.
Yeah, you get Tolkien.
Yeah, that made way more sense than underwear. You fucked up by saying the first one for sure.
Nick Kroll in this movie. So this is where it's like, is this just for the parents? Because there are maybe a million jokes for Nick Kroll's character where he references that he's secretly evil, but out loud he says this. It's like so grating. It's so annoying because it's like every fucking scene he says it like 5 times, like, I have a secret evil plan. Woo-hoo-hoo. But no, I don't. I'm kidding. It's just like, oh my god, there's so many of those jokes in this movie.
It's for the kids. They got to drive it home.
That's where I agree with you, where it's like, I get that it's like, it's not really for that. That's the kind of, that's leaning to the side of the stuff you're saying, which is like, is it really bad, or is it like just because it's a kid's movie, so they kind of just have to do that?
Now, food fight. Fuck, what was it called? What's the Wiener Sausage Party?
Yes.
That's where you'll get some subtlety and some nuance. But the stuff for the kids, they really beat you over the head with it. Was Ed Helms good in this? I thought he was really could have been. Yeah, they should have got John Hamm. John Hamm would have been good.
I liked Ed Helms, but yeah, he's definitely like, I think they went with someone who's a little softer because they didn't want to make his character, because his character is like only like a bad guy or evil for like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and then he's like got to sound like
he's
a
really the
guy.
the antagonist for the first. It's like
he should be the antagonist the whole time.
This movie is like agreed. First of all, this movie is like The Village.
Yes.
Shyamalan, where there's like really kind of 2 movies. Like halfway, it's like there's like 6 acts, and then like halfway through the movie, we just switch to a different movie. Almost.
That's what I'm saying with like not liking the Professor Poopy Pants stuff, because it's just like it just feels like a different movie at that point. Like I wanted more. I wanted the tension to, because I think this movie flips tensions a lot of times. I think I just wanted it to stay like, oh, they are worried that Captain Underpants is going to get himself killed. That is a movie on its own. Like, they didn't need to do more than that.
I agree with you. Bouncing off that, Marty, I think the treatment of Professor Poopy Pants in this movie was just totally off base. Professor Poopy Pants is a 3-dimensional character that deserves more. Now, Poopy Pants in the books is that whole arc with his dead wife. Oh my god!
Yeah, that was intense. I would love, they really should have. I wish they would have incorporated book 5 of the Captain Underpants series, where Professor Poopy Pants deals with alcoholism and the struggle within. That would have been cool to see on screen in animated form.
Professor Poopy Pants is in a coma, and it's all takes place within the confines of his very psyche.
Yeah, that's a great book 7. I think that was.
Yeah, it's all a dream sequence. We really get to the essence of Professor Poopy Pants.
Yeah, truly.
You guys, Weird Al did the theme song for this movie.
Yeah, but they didn't play it until like the end. I thought.
I know. Why not?
The credits.
It's so weird. Why wouldn't you play that up front?
It's pretty good, too. It had a good chorus. Yeah.
No, I was like, this is a good song. Why is this only the credit song?
Why isn't this on fucking Kiss FM right
now? Oh, boy. I noticed that the director also had an additional screenplay material by credit, which I was like, what does that even mean? Is that a WGA credit? Additional screenplay material?
That means he, he went to Kinko's and bought the paper for it. Yeah.
Literal material.
Yeah.
I think we've well mined this gold here.
Let's see how long we can take to rate it, just for fun.
All right,
okay, I've got 6 more pages, so okay. I like the dolphins. The last 20 minutes are confusing. Whoopee Cushion Symphony, good musical joke, good little moment.
That's the thing. I don't think I liked any of the individual bits, especially where it was the kids are being funny and doing funny things that kids love. I thought we're all I kind of wish it was a little more scurrilous, other than being you farting with your armpits. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, but come on, you can think of something a little more insidious, but also, again, this is an innocent movie for kids. I just want a little more Bart Simpson-tude. They really, play up that these 2 kids are,
geniuses.
Bad, evil geniuses, but, none of the stuff they do. If I was the principal, I'd be these kids are,
dumb.
light little, if they think this is bad, they're just innocent, precious souls.
Right.
I don't know.
They, make fun of a teacher's name is, the big turning point. It's just there is, at one point, a social media call to action. The 2 characters turn to the camera and they say, if you could control your principal, what would you do?
What would you do?
What the fuck?
Hashtag Captain Underpants.
I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? I'm like, I get the meta thing going on, but like, holy shit, that's like way too
But they would do
far.
that in a book too. No, that would be like something in a children's book though, just to like sum it up and get the kid thinking about it.
They were doing some they did some weird stuff in those books. And that's why my teacher was like, sure, I'll count this as a page.
It definitely had the rhythm of like when RuPaul just goes like randomly in the middle of something, just says hashtag drag race. Like it definitely had the rhythm of a social media fucking ploy, but I think it was more in the spirit of like, use your imagination, kids. Like, yeah.
I agree with you. I was just like turned off. I was like, oh, this is gross. As a spoof, 7 out of 10. I think the premise itself is such a strong spoof idea for a kid's movie. And there's a lot of good, what if the superhero was just a deluded guy in his underwear? There's some good jokes in here. For the most part, it works. The premise runs thin quickly, but like when it's done well, it's done well. And it doesn't need to be better than that to be a 7 out of 10, I would say. As a movie, 6 out of 10. Enjoyable enough as a kid's movie. I liked the first 40 minutes quite a bit. I thought this movie was also way too short too. The movie kind of just gets to the end really, really quickly.
You could have used another like hour 45.
I needed this to be as long as Satan Tango.
Develop poopy pants more.
6 out of 10. That's my review.
As a spoof, 4.8 out of 10. Because I don't know if we're not dealing with superhero material a ton. Now, if this were a superhero movie, I'd probably say 10 out of 10. This is a superhero spoof. But this is more of just a adaptation of that children's book, Captain Underpants. And for that, it's good. So as a movie, 7.8 out of 10. It's pretty darn enjoyable. And then one final note was I just remembered this. The too many times of Captain Underpants doing the like, hello, generic, overly generic way of saying this.
I like that every
hey,
time.
Hello, human. They just did it. It was fun. Like when he gets hit by the car and he's like, hello, vehicle person. And it was like, okay, that's kind of funny. But then he calls the secretary like human person for no reason. And it's like, Captain Underpants would know what people are. Like, I don't know.
That's actually weirdly a bit, I agree with you, but I also thought it was funny every single time. It just worked for me. I have the brain of a 5-year-old. Kelly.
You guys are being too harsh. It's a kid's movie for kids. I think maybe it crossed their mind at one point to think, oh, how do we make this fun for adults? And then they were like, oh, wait, the movie's literally Captain Underpants. It's not for them at all.
It's Captain Underpants, not Mr. Underpants.
Yeah. And Mr. Underpants is his father's name. I give it a 6 out of 10 as a spoof, because sure. And 7, what did I rate Shrek 2? Just under Shrek 2 as a movie, because it was the second best DreamWorks film we've watched this month.
Kelly, I gave it a 7.8 out of 10, and you say I'm being too harsh?
No. You're just in... It's tough. It's tough being a critic.
Oh, I'm sorry. 10 out of 10.
It's tough being a critic.
Write it down.
10 out of 10.
Write it down, Marty.
Marty, write it down. We know you're logging reviews somewhere.
I'm running the spoof
spoof
Scoofs Analogy
Spoof
wiki.
Scoofs wiki.
Yeah.
Spoof wiki.
Yeah, what was your guys' overall, now that we've wrapped up DreamWorks month, before we move on to our next segment, what was your guys' your favorite was Shrek 2, Kelly? Scott, what was your favorite of the month, of the 4?
Oh, I'll steal yours and say Shark Tale.
I mean, I think Shrek 2 is probably the best movie we watched, but even though I thought Shrek 2 has the most problems in it, it still was the most enjoyable thing, so, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, Shrek 2 is mine, but Captain Underpants is right there with it. As far as DreamWorks month goes, never again. I'm never want to make DreamWorks come true again. I don't know why we have to do a themed month every April. I'm going to lobby against that next month.
Oh my god.
No, we already have
2 months of hell for you, Kelly.
Oh no. Yeah, it's
every single April of all 2 years of this podcast.
I have just the biggest case of post-traumatic spoof disorder.
Yeah. This fucking ruined your life.
This has ruined my life. My wife is leaving me. Every April she leaves me and she comes back in May because it's over. And yeah, that's all there is to it. Thanks for listening to DreamWorks Month. Moving on, Scott, do you have a song for us?
I most certainly do. Fellas, I'm going to take you to a year we call 2008 to tell you about a song we call Paper Planes by an artist we call M.I.A. You might remember this song featured in the trailer for a little Seth Rogen vehicle by the name of Pineapple Express. I think we all... If you if you remember reading the Captain Underpants books, then you certainly remember seeing that trailer in high school.
A song and trailer, if I might butt in, that made that movie a huge hit and made the song a huge hit. That was like the only time I can think of off the top of my head where the two things coming together definitely made them both massive successes.
Yeah, for some reason they just do seem it was just kind of the perfect like song. I don't know,
Yeah.
they just worked together so goddamn well. And it just seemed so cool. And the movie was fine, and the song, well, we'll find out. Paper Planes is a song written and recorded by British hip-hop artist M.I.A. for her second studio album, Kala. She originates from Sri Lanka and incorporates lots of music from around the world into her hip-hop. Produced and co-written by her and Diplo, the song features an interpolation of English rock band The Clash's 1982 song Straight to Hell. So it's a sample. They take a sample from a The Clash song. And the members of The Clash were credited as co-writers thusly. So, let's see. I'm reading my notes. Is this a good time to... Before we have a listen, let's take a little guess on where this MF peaked on the Billboard Hot 100. Gentlemen, care to venture a guess?
Marty, you have the floor.
Number 5.
I'll go number 8
Well, Marty, you're closer.
to number 1.
In fact, you're one off.
Oh.
It peaked at number 4.
Dang.
So yeah, let's have a little listen. Paper Planes by M.I.A. Oh, you know what? Actually, before we do that, let's listen to just the piece that's sampled from Straight to Hell by The Clash. All right, yeah, so it's not too hard to tell from that where they got the sample from. So, with no further ado, here is the song Paper Planes by M.I.A.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make them all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get
It's funny how the
high like
Clash
planes.
song
If
is
you
like a
catch me
bop,
at
but
the
like
border, I got
MIA was could just... She clearly was like able to be like, oh, like if you just went like more energetic once it gets out of the intro, it'll just be like a fucking banger of a song.
She was basically like, yo, what if we did this intro but then led into like a way better song?
Yeah, because the intro rips, but yeah, the rest of
Yeah.
the song is just very casual, you know.
Yeah. So, the lyrics of this song are inspired by her difficulty getting visas to work in the U.S., so she, when she was working on the song, in, I think, where's Brixton? That sounds like England, probably,
I believe
right?
so.
Okay. M.I.A. invited street kids she came across in Brixton to sing the song's chorus. After regaining entry to the U.S., M.I.A. finalized the track at her home in Bedford Stuyvesant, a Brooklyn neighborhood. We'll just say Bedford. In Brooklyn, with a high concentration of African Americans in mid-2007. She recalled that her time living there prompted her to think, people don't really feel like immigrants or refugees contribute to culture in any way. She added the sound effects of gunshots and a cash register to the chorus, saying these sounds symbolize the stereotypes of immigrants. M.I.A. refused to elaborate and wanted listeners to interpret the songs for themselves, noting, America is so obsessed with money, I'm sure they'll get it. So there you have it, folks. We got a little game based on... So with the cash register and the gunshot sounds in mind, which, by the way, Oh, the music video was popular on MTV despite MTV censoring these gunshot sound effects. So inspired by the gunshot sound effects, guys, I prepared a little a little array of sound effects that I've loaded up for us to mess around with. So do you guys remember this game from Whose Line Is It Anyway, where they would like make people come up on stage and like make sound effects and then they would like do a scene based off that?
Sure.
Well, okay. Gents, I'm gonna have you improv a scene and then I'm running the soundboard. So I'm gonna be playing these sound effects and you have to, you know, behave as though these are diegetic sounds in the world of the scene you are creating. So I've ahead of time asked for a location from our studio audience, and you guys are going to be acting out a scene at a cupcake store, and I might join in as a character, I might not, but what I will definitely be doing is playing God with the soundboard here. So with no further ado, gents, take it away.
Excuse me. Hello. I've been waiting at this cash register for a while.
Yeah, just 1 second. I'm taking a big dump.
Okay, you better wash your hands, mister. Cause I don't want any of that grossness in my. Yeah, finally, you're here. Finally. What do you? I was hoping to get a menu from you. I'm looking for, I guess, a cupcake. Is that all you sell here?
Yeah, we sell cupcakes. We sell chocolate cupcakes, vanilla cupcakes.
You have any? Oh,
oh no! I dropped one of the cupcakes on the ground. Oh, my boss is gonna be so mad at me.
Well, I don't.
Oh no!
You didn't have to throw it. Oh my gosh, why'd you throw it? He's gonna be even more mad now. It's all over the wall.
Oh my god, I can't. I keep making mistakes.
Oh,
Somebody help
man.
me. Oh my god. Did you... There's an... What is that out there? Is that an alien spaceship?
Excuse me, sir. I've heard you have the greatest cupcakes on the east side.
Yeah, we have chocolate cupcakes and vanilla cupcakes.
Oh, do you have anything...
Oh, I guess that guy didn't want any
want
cupcakes.
chocolate. He didn't want chocolate vanilla.
He probably wanted something savory too. I'm looking for a savory cupcake. I thought you guys were more innovative than most cupcake stores around here.
I suppose I could make you a savory cupcake.
Yeah, just use salt instead of sugar. Maybe some rosemary, some thyme, a little
I
meat.
don't have any of that here. I only have...
Oh God, is that coming from the back?
Yeah, that's our cupcake factory. Our employees. Here, let me go open the door. Let me go open the door and tell them to keep it down back there.
Oh God, what are those things? What are those? They have like green and hairy
Yeah, sorry.
arms.
Sorry, my silent door didn't. I didn't think you'd see in there. Oh, close! I'm gonna close the door. I'm
Oh
closing
my
the door. I'm
God!
closing the door.
Yeah,
I'm closing
please.
the
I
door.
don't want to know how the sausage is made. Oh, you could have a
Yeah,
sausage
sorry.
cupcake. That sounds pretty tasty, huh? How about that?
Yeah,
Never think
I
about
could
that?
ask the monkeys to make one, but you know, they really don't understand English, so I can't really do that.
What's going on?
What is going on?
What's going on? I want a cupcake. I've been waiting in line all
Yeah,
day.
Oh my god, I didn't see you there.
one
sir.
at a time. One at a time. I'm up. I'll try the vanilla. Give me the vanilla.
All right, one vanilla. That'll be $35.50. Here you
That's
go.
$35.
Yes, $35. Thank you for all the money.
Yeah. You can shove it. You couldn't tell by my mouth making those noises. I'm not happy about this.
Enjoy your cupcake.
Well, I'm glad he's gone. Because I've been waiting in line for so long.
All right, okay, we've got two kinds of cupcakes. We got chocolate. I don't know if you heard me talk to the other guy, but we have chocolate cupcakes and vanilla cupcakes.
That's it?
Yeah, no savory cupcakes. The monkeys in the back don't really want to make those.
Well, surely... those are the three flavors. That's right. Chocolate, vanilla, and savory.
No, there's no savory ones. I'm telling you, there's no savory cupcakes.
Yes, but I'm saying those... I said... Oh, let's back up.
Okay.
I said, what kind of cupcakes do you have? You said chocolate and vanilla. And I said, oh, that's it? And you said, yeah, there's no savory. As if that's the end of the list of possible cupcakes.
Yeah.
You don't have a peanut butter one?
No peanut butter. No.
God.
Okay, I'm walking away.
That guy's got
so
some
mad.
crazy Doc Martens on. Those are really big boots.
I didn't understand what that noise was, sir, but now I do.
Yeah, of course. We're
Hey, did you guys get any of those cupcakes in there?
any of those yeah, there's been a line all day and I don't know why. All I have is chocolate and vanilla, and I got the vanilla and I'm about to return it. It doesn't taste very good.
Oh, what does it taste like?
Oh no, this man is glitching.
no,
Someone
sir.
call 911.
Oh my god, somebody call my IT department.
Here comes the biplane. No, this man has passed.
Oh
This
my
man
god.
has passed on.
Somebody call my doctor.
Well, guys, I think that's probably good.
I can't get no
And
respect.
scene.
And scene.
And
And
scene.
scene. Way to roll with the punches, fellas.
Yeah, that was a tough one. You came with a
was a lot
soundboard
of
and you
fun.
put us in a tricky situation, and I think we handled it just fine.
I think you handled it with aplomb, quite frankly.
Some of the sound effects, I had no idea what they were.
Yeah, me too.
Which made it really hard.
Well, you don't have to it's not get it right or wrong. You just have
not
to
criticizing.
make it something.
I know. I think we did.
Scott, I'm 30. My imagination has been in a
It's
drought
gone.
for
Yeah.
like 3 years.
Taxes.
That's all I think. All the time.
Yeah. Well, Kelly, do you think that tax brain of yours can possibly drum up a novelty product to speak about?
Yeah, I think it can do that. I think it can manage that. How about Tamagotchis? You guys want to talk about Tamagotchis?
Ooh.
Has anyone done these? Because I didn't really check the list.
We have not.
All right,
Beep.
perfect.
boop, beep, boop.
I'm hungry. I'm
I
hungry.
mean,
I'm
there's
dying.
no
Help me.
there's no Harley Quinn Tamagotchi as far as my research has.
I'm surrounded by my own feces.
Yeah, that happens. We're gonna talk a little bit about Tamagotchis, boys. You know them, you love them. Did you guys have any of these growing up?
Yes.
I did not. The closest thing I had was there was like a Digimon Digivice, sort of Tamagotchi-esque thing.
I think I had a knockoff one myself because I'm sure my parents didn't know and didn't care about the difference and just got me and my sisters cheaper ones, which, bless them, I don't blame them for one bit these days. It was invented by M.I.A. I probably butchered that in 1996, and it won her the 1997 IG or IG Nobel Prize for Economics, which is like a Nobel Prize for weird science, I guess, like the movie
Weird science.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. So like the
It's-
fidget spinner guy and the Fushigi
honestly,
guy
wouldn't be
won.
surprised if either of those guys won. It's a keychain-sized virtual pet simulation game. I'm sure it generated just tons of unnecessary e-waste back in the 90s. The characters are colorful creatures with simple designs based on animals, objects, or people. The story behind the game is they're these small alien species that deposit one egg on Earth to see what life was like, and it's up to the player to raise the egg into an adult creature, and the creature goes through several stages of growth and it will develop differently depending on the care the player provides. I feel like I never got that into these things. I think the closest I've gotten to like having a Tamagotchi was in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the Nintendo GameCube. They had a KO Garden. And you would raise these little things in a very similar way to Tamagotchis, and you'd feed them and pet them, and like over time they would evolve into these monstrosities of sort of like weird alien creatures. And it was like a 3D version of these. but basically once you activate it, the egg appears on screen, you set the clock, and then the egg wiggles and hatches into a small pet. And of course, during the 1990s, oh my god, these children frequently took these guys to school. And then in the first 2 releases, the Tamagotchis could die in less than half a day if it didn't receive adequate care. And boy, teachers were not happy about these as class disruptions. If you guys...
Teacher, I gotta go feed, please. He's gonna die.
Yeah, I can't imagine if these would have been if these would be a problem like nowadays. Because I feel like most kids just have like phones all the time anyway. So
Yeah.
it's like
These damn
between
kids.
classes, I don't think it's a big deal to look at a small keychain to like feed it or clean up its dung.
Just that sentence. Imagine saying that to someone from 1923.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't think it's wrong to feed a small keychain
I'm
between
from
class.
1923, and I think it's cool.
I'm from 1918, and my brain is falling out of my ears.
So yeah, that's Tamagotchis. I was gonna do a really intricate D&D style raising a Tamagotchi game,
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work.
and it was so much work. So instead, we're gonna do a BuzzFeed quiz and see
Hell
what
yes.
90s toy we all are. All right, boys.
Send us the link.
Let's. No, I'll just go through it with you. Pick. So you guys have to pick a 90s animated movie. Let's do Marty first. Marty, Pagemaster, Beauty and the Beast, Nightmare Before Christmas, or James and the Giant Peach. Those are the only 4 90s animated movies ever.
What's the context? I'm just picking one.
You've got to pick one. It doesn't even say pick your favorite. It just says pick one.
James and the Giant Peach.
All right. So Marty, you get to pick between two Mead drawings or 2 Lisa Frank drawings. One of the Meads is a big fucking bulldog eating a Converse shoe, and the other one is a rollerblader escaping from a big ol' crocodile. And then there's a Lisa Frank drawing with 2 happy puppies around a sundae of treats, and another Lisa Frank drawing of a banana, a pineapple, and watermelon just decked out in high fashion.
So I gotta go with. So one of my favorite songs from one of my favorite local Milwaukee bands includes a reference to Mona Lisa Frank. Wait, just a Lisa Frank. The song is called Mona Lisa Frank. I'm gonna go with the 2 Dogs.
2 Dogs. Okay, Marty, what was your favorite subject in school?
Ooh, it's either. It looks like the options are.
Yeah,
flipping through a
Joya
book.
Silas on Unsplash. I don't know what
flipping
these
through a
are.
book,
Do you like reading?
painting.
Do you like painting? Do you like Einsteining?
Math.
Or do you like
Math. It's called.
do you
or
like
physics or math.
recess?
Reading for sure.
Wow. Pick a 90s pop song. Do you like Black or White by Michael Jackson? Candy by Mandy Moore? Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey? Or Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now by CNC Music Factory?
Everybody dance now.
That's your final answer?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Pick a chain restaurant.
Oh my god.
TGI Fridays, Pizza Hut, Planet Hollywood, or Chuck E. Cheese.
So, normally I would go Fridays or the Hut, but because of the podcast, I'm going to go Planet Hollywood, baby.
Planet Hollywood. Pick a
Novelty
Teenage
restaurant.
Mutant
Yes.
Ninja Turtles character. Casey Jones, Leonardo,
Not even with four
Raphael,
turtles.
or Crank.
I take umbrage with the quiz. Michelangelo was my Ninja Turtle because I was like Michelangelo in that I was a cool dude.
All right.
But I'll go Raphael because he's got anger problems.
Oh, you're an easy bake oven. All right, Scott Stern.
Yeah, make me a tiny
That
cake.
is the iconic toy that I am from the 90s.
Scott Stern. Animated movie. Pagemaster, Beauty and the Beast, Night Before Christmas.
I'll stop you there, Pagemaster.
Pagemaster. Trapper, Keeper Design. Bulldog, cool 2 dogs with Sunday.
I'll stop you there, Bulldog.
Whoa, you're crazy. Do you like reading, art, math, or recess?
I'll stop you there. It's art, baby.
Wow, what a nerd.
We're going to be very different. Michael Jackson,
reading.
Mandy Moore, Mariah Carey, or Everybody Dance Now.
I'm gonna agree with my friend Marty and say, gonna make you sweat, baby.
TGI Fridays, Planet Hollywood, Pizza Hut, or Chuck E. Cheese's.
For the salad bar, for that, the buffet, gotta go to the Hut.
I didn't even think of it as like it's 90s Pizza Hut, because then I definitely picked
Oh, yeah.
90s Pizza Hut, there's no comparison.
Casey Jones, Leonardo, Raphael, or Krang?
I'm gonna stop you there. My man in the coffee mat? What the I am having a stroke. Casey Jones, my man in the hockey mask.
You're a Tamagotchi. You did it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Now Kelly's got to do it. Kelly,
I
you
gotta
gotta
do
take
it.
the
I'll
quiz.
tell you what I'm aiming for. Let me tell you what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for Beanie Baby. So let's see if I can hit Beanie Baby. Ooh,
That's
this
tough.
is
For
the
that
tough
first one. Okay, what movie are you picking, Kelly?
Like all these scared me. I think I got to go with Beauty and the Beast, and then I'm gonna go with the cool banana drawing Lisa Frank, and then I'm gonna go Recess. You guys are idiots for not picking that. And I'm gonna do Everybody Dance Now. You guys are smart for picking that. Chuck E. Cheese's. I'm just thinking of myself in the 90s. Are you kidding me? Chuck E. Cheese was such a treat. I don't know any of these, so I'm going with Krang. Oh, I'm a talk boy.
You're the worst one. You got the worst toy.
Yeah, that's the most obsolete of all of them.
And that is the which iconic 90s toy are you?
There you go. Hey, you can play along at home if you want next time. Here's the link. www.buzzfeed.com/PTEK/WHAT-AW. Marty, fucking walk us off.
No, we gotta say we really appreciate it, and you gotta name a movie we're doing next week,
I
Kelly.
don't know what movie we're doing. Did we do? We've done Pretty Woman like 5 times, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done that for sure.
I love you. I love you, Sarah Marshall.
That's not the name of that movie.
Oh my god, before we go on too far, thanks for listening.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.